What's up, everybody? It's your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different, back with another video today. Apparently I made a grave mistake when I was making the Studio One video. I forgot to turn my audio device to FL Studio Driver ASIO. It was on my Sapphire ASIO. And because I didn't have it on the FL Studio ASIO, you weren't able to hear the audio or MIDI or anything in that video. So I had to take it down, and now I'm going to have to remake this video all over again. But I'm going to do a little bit better, hopefully. So, yeah, if you see this video again, then you know why. There you go. But anyway, let's get into the video. Today we're going to be talking about doing audio and MIDI. And, working with audio and MIDI, both recording and, editing it a little bit. Just a little overview. Like I said, this is the Getting Started series, so we're getting started. So today we're going to talk about that. So let's go ahead and look at how to get audio and MIDI into to Studio One, because it's pretty easy, pretty simple. Now, MIDI is very easy. You have to use an instrument track, and to do that, you will right click and add an instrument track, and then you can add your instruments, blah, blah, blah. But that's the long way. The easier way to do it is actually go to your instruments in the top corner of your browser. If you click browser and go to instruments, then you can see your instrument drop down, and you see all your instruments, which is pretty cool. And you can just click one and drag it over, and bada boom, bada bam, bam, there it is, audio instruments. Now, cool thing is, if you want to make these little thumbnails, it's super simple and easy. I'll show you how to do that. I'll just delete this one. Say I want to make a thumbnail for my contact right here, so I can see right here all the time instead of having look at the words, because it's a whole lot easier to see a picture than the words. You just hit the little drop down at the top, go to update thumbnail, and boom, it makes a thumbnail for you, and there you go. So there you go. I know you can do the FL Studio, but that's the easy way to do it in Studio One right there. Pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. Now, MIDI, same thing with any other DAW. You got mute, solo, record, and your arm or your monitor mix. Now, one thing about MIDI in Studio One is if this is not on, you won't hear no MIDI. So if I turn the monitor mix off and press some notes, let me go to my MIDI and then press some MIDI. Okay, let's make sure my MIDI is working. External devices, new, reconnect. Thank you. Thank you kindly. Boop, 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 remove. I've been having issues with my MIDI lately. My MIDI controllers, I think, it's going bye-bye. I need to get another one. So, bop, bop, bop. There we go. All right, so now let's put in the giant. Just throw in one. I'm just gonna throw a random one. Okay. Now if the monitor mix is turned off, like innate monitoring, is that turned off? You won't hear nothing. But when it turned on, there you go. You can monitor it. So that is one thing to remember when you are doing MIDI, to keep that on. So let's go ahead and record some MIDI up in here, and then we'll edit it a little bit. So I'll hear metronome. We'll put it on, I guess 120 will work. Why not? All right, hit the aim button to record, and then hit record. There we go. That's good as it's gonna get for me today. So now we got to record it in here. If we hit the P button, it'll make like a loop point right here, and we can put it on loop so we can have it looping around. Now, if I want to edit this MIDI, I just double click on it. Boom, or I just hit the edit window. I highlight the track I want to and click edit, and there you go. Now we got our piano roll. Piano roll, there you go right there. Easy, simple, easy, getting it to the point. Now let's talk about quantizing, because quantizing is pretty easy, but it's also got some cool features in the quantizing department of Studio One. Let's turn this off, turn this off, turn this off, turn this off, turn this off. There you go. All right, so now I'm gonna quantize it. So one way you can do it is you can Control A or select the notes, whichever one you want to do. Control A highlights them all, or you can just highlight them all like that by just dragging with the pointer tool. And then you would click the Q button, which is quantize. Now, this is pretty cool. You got each individual step you have. So you have 1-to-1, 1/2, 1/4 beat, 1/8, 1/16, 1/32, and 1/64, I think. And you have that right there. It's pretty cool. You have your swing knobs. So you can add some swing to it if you want to. For drum pads and boom bappy type stuff. You got triplets. You can select triplets or quarter notes. So you got like all kind of different things, or straight. I like using straight or triplets. I don't like going further than that. You have your start end velocities and all that good stuff, so you can really fine tune your ranges and all that. Pretty cool. Then you have this A, B, C, D, E, which is basically where you can select different quantizing positions for these modules, or these little blocks right here. So A could be set to 1/4. B can be set to like 1/8, C can be set to whatever, and then you hit apply when you want to apply that. So let's just go ahead and set this one to, let's see, get a good quantize. That'll work. I want to do boom 1/4 beat like that, and then I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna hit apply. Now if I go right here to B, I can change it to this one. Hit apply now. See, I got 1/4 and 1/8. So now I can switch between them. If I'm doing like different quantizations for different notes or different sections of my beat, I can quantize them differently, which is pretty cool. So you have different quantizing selections like that. So you're not always bogged down by the same quantizing. And you have up to 5 different ones at that too. So it's pretty interesting, pretty cool. And I like that feature right there. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm just gonna drag everything to it touches, and I'm gonna go to this corner. And if you want to add more notes or more like measures, all you gotta do is drag. You can either drag it this way, or you can drag the corner up here and drag more to get more notes. I'm just gonna make sure it just make sure it touches the note, and automatically snaps too, because I got my snap on. It's gonna automatically snap. You turn that off, it's gonna be free-formed, which I don't know if you want to do that unless you're just trying to get some more realistic stuff. All right, so now we got our stuff quantized. Simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? Turn my quantization off. Now we got some cool little functions you can do inside of Studio One. For example, if we go to actions, you can change the length. You can change the length of it. You can change the stretch. You can stretch it differently, so that's pretty cool. You can transpose it, velocities, mute, unmute, trigger mute, quantize it 50%, which is pretty cool if you're doing like some drum patterns or something like that. And I think like the Machine and the MPC, don't quote me by that, I think they have like a quantize half or quantize 50%. Pretty cool feature. So if you're used to something like that, you got it right in here as well. You can freeze it, end it, humanize, basically make it more human-like. So just add some variations to your, slight variations to your notes to kind of give it like a humanized feel. I think you can click it again, that it'll do it more. Yeah, you keep clicking and just keep on, you know, doing weird stuff to it, and just slightly doing variations to it, or humanize less, you know. But we want to quantize, boink, or hit Q for quantize. So that's that. And you also have a few other stuff: delete note, merge, expand, all that good stuff right there. So just some simple stuff right there. And you have a step record if you want to record in steps, which I don't do. I just record it straight. But if you want to record in steps like little by little, you can definitely do that. And you can select your time signature and all that good stuff as well. All right. Now, here's a cool little feature right here in Studio One. What if you want to record, you want to make your beats or whatever, make them in key and make them in the same scale, but you don't know your notes. You don't know what notes to play it in key. Well, this little scale feature right here, if you turn that on, it pretty much show you the scale you're playing. So you see, you got a C chromatic. So pretty much it's all the notes pretty much. So every last note is C chromatic. So pretty cool, whatever. But since I play this in C sharp major or minor, I can go to C sharp and I can hit minor, or it was a harmonic minor, and boom, now it only shows notes in that scale. Pretty cool. And then the cool feature about it, another good feature about it, if you draw in notes, say you're just programming stuff like, you know, most pretty producers do these days. They don't really not play, they program. Sorry. But if you want to drag it up, say I want to drag it to this note right here, it's not going to allow me to do it because it's not in the same scale, or it's not in that key scale. So I can't even drag it to that note, but it will go to the next one. So you can always guarantee that you're going to be putting stuff in the right note or in the right key. So that's really good for beginners who don't really know scales and don't really know notes and like that. This will help you out greatly right there. So that's pretty cool if you want to do like some, you know, add some extra high notes or whatever you want to program them in. Do it that way, make the lead go good, play that strumming guitar, all that good mess, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, so that's done with the editing of the MIDI. Like I said, oh, also down here you got your velocities, your modulation, your pitch, your aftertouch. You can edit them independently, like so, by just clicking a note, you'll highlight it, and you can select the velocities and stuff like that. So click this, I can click the velocity, blah, 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 you know, whatever. Also, you can record extra automations separately, which I like to do. Like say for example, my sustain pedal, I can record it by itself. So if I start from the beginning, hit my sustain pedal, and now it has sustain pedal on off, and it actually made me automation clip, so I can fine tune that to get it to where I want it to be. So that is a nice function right there, especially if you got like knobs and stuff. You want to record it separately to get some cool variations and cool like effects going, real time effects. That's a great way to do it right there. You can automate it separately. I think FL Studio does this as well, but like the editing function isn't. I don't really like the way it edits, but it still does it. It still does. A lot of DAWs do that because it's only MIDI and you can record MIDI. But that's cool right there because yeah, I like that function. A lot of people might like that too, so I just want to point that out. And another thing I like is that I can bounce it straight to audio. Like if I want to turn this MIDI to audio to do like some time stretch and stuff like that, I can just right click it, go to instrument? Nope, it is right here. Nope. Where is it? There it is. Bounce selection, go to events, go to bounce to selection, and boom, instant audio. So now I have the same track now in audio form. And it's just as good. And outside I can do like some time stretching and, you know, chopping it up and all that good mess and just have fun with it. So that's really cool because I know a lot of people like working with they turn the MIDI to audio because it gives you more flexibility and more freedom to do a lot more stuff in the DAW. All right, so that's enough with MIDI. That's just basic stuff with MIDI. Let's talk about audio and recording audio because that's what we're doing when we're recording our voice and stuff. So simple, easy. You right click, go to new track, or you can hit the T button, which is the shortcut. You can name it what you want. Select what it is, audio, instrument, whatever. Automation, you want to do an automation click, you can do that. How many you want, so you can select, already know, so you're going to do like 3 stacks and whatever, you can do that. You can auto color or you can color it yourself. You can pack it into a folder, so you can actually make it into a vocal folder if you want to, which is pretty cool. If you want to keep like different artists in one folder, just keeps it cleaner and nicer. Select if you want it mono or stereo. You have presets, so if you make a preset for your vocals, you always want to use that preset. Go right to there and put it in there. You have your input, so my input's left, of course, and you have your output. So simple. Now, boom, it creates something, and there we go. Same thing with audio. You got mutes with the MIDI. You got mute, select, record, and your monitor. Your monitor is gonna be basically input monitoring, so whatever goes in DAW is gonna play it back. The higher your buffer size is, the more delayed it's gonna be. The lower the buffer size, the less. So if I turn it on right now, I'm probably gonna be talking like I'm slow because the delay that's going on in my head. But I got input monitoring into my into my interface, so I don't need to use that. I only use this when I'm recording with auto tune or something like that. I will turn that on and drop my buffer size, you know, to get that. Make sure I'm recording my auto tune correctly. Now let's record something real quick and let's do a little editing to it. So record something. So 3, 2, 1. Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different, bringing you another video in Studio One on how to record audio and edit MIDI and do all that fun stuff because you guys want to know that. Let's go. Boom, it's recorded. Sounds good. Hit the P button, make a loop point for it, and then we're going to turn it on loop. Quink. So now we have this right here. Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different, bringing you another video in Studio One. Sounds good to me, right? Sounds good to you as well because I got a sexy voice. So so now you can edit it by the same thing with MIDI. If you hit the edit button or double click it, you can bring it to the edit menu where you can do some stuff like you got all these different actions where you can reverse the audio, normalize it, split, edit in Melodyne. So if you buy the professional version, you come with Melodyne so you can pitch correct it. You can add crossfades, create auto fades, decrease the volume if it's too loud or increase if it's too low. You can detect the transients, so it detects the transients of your track. So that's pretty cool for drum loops and stuff like that, or drums, percussion, stuff like that. If you want to like sample drums out of another, like say you hear like a boom bap drum, you want to sample that drum out of that loop, you can do that. That's pretty cool. You got remove, blend. You got remove and all this, and merge audio, which is pretty cool if you want to merge stuff together. And you can also send it to sample one and do some crazy stuff like tape stop effect now, which will be in a later video. I'll be doing more advanced tutorials, stuff like that. But right now, I'm not going to be doing too many advanced things. Just going to be doing some nice and simple stuff. So there is that. So yeah, so next thing, now you go in here and split it, cut it, all that good mess you want to do. You can turn your snap off and you can zoom in. Say you want to get rid of some of this little silence right here. You can snap, hit this right here, take that deletion, and then you can select both of these, press the G button and group them together. Now you have instant silence right there. That's very good if you're trying to, you know, remove like if you're doing ad libs, you want to get rid of all the like the dead space. You can do that, which is pretty cool. In your mixer, you have, your mixer channel. Bringing you another video in Studio One, which is pretty cool. You can edit your stuff in here, so you can double click. I got it set right here, so let's delete that. You can bring your little window over here to show all your inserts and your scenes. If we go to effects, so like the effects tab up here, if you see this right here, effects tab, let me put my face back on this spot, clickety. All right, now I got all my effects. So let's say I want to put a compressor on there. I'm using Personas' compressor. Put on the insert, bam, it's an insert, looks good. Default, we'll do vocals, we'll do rap vocals as a preset, which ain't really that good, but Yo, what's up everybody, it's your boy Slim, and if anytime you're using Personas default plugins, you'll get like a little meter on there, which is pretty cool. Just like with Pro Tools does it with their default plugins, so pretty cool function. AKA Mr. Different. So yeah. Now what about like reverbs like that? You want to do send effects. That's what I like about this. It's easy to make send effects. You ain't gotta make no extra bus. All you gotta do is take your, take a reverb, put it on the send right here. Boom, it makes a send knob right here. So it makes your send effects, which is pretty cool. Now I can go like to fireworks. And I know I'm moving pretty fast, everybody. I'm very sorry. I'm trying to keep, videos short as possible, straight to the point. Go into more detail in later videos. But now it makes a send effect. Now, the thing about send effects I like is that you can blend in how much the effect you want. So you can put like an extreme effect on there, but then blend it back in so you can get a really nice effect. Like a lot of professionals use sends and buses and stuff like that. And this is one thing you can automatically do. Just put it in the send knob and there you go. You have two different modes of send. You have post fader and pre fader. Post fader is basically like if you turn the volume down, it's going to affect the bus. So if I turn in my volume all the way down or turn it up, it'll actually increase the gain or decrease the gain inside of the effect. So turning it off will mean like listen, bringing you now you hear nothing. And then if I go back here, yo, what's up everybody, it's your boy Slim. Pretty cool. But post fader, meaning that the volume will not affect the effect. Get it? So the volume change will not affect how much the effect has been down. The effect will still go on, but the volume would just be different. So the volume won't affect it. So by doing it this time, you still hit the effect of the reverb, even though my vocal channel is turned off. So that's why I like using sends, because I put on pre-fader, which would be the orange, post-fader is the blue, and put them on pre-fader. That way I can do like my mixed bus compression or my parallel compression, do it that way super easy. Now I can just blend in how much the effect I want. So I start dry on how to record audio and edit MIDI and do all that fun stuff because you guys want to know that. Let's go. Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different, bringing you another video in Studio One. Pretty cool. And you also got the little input gain meter so you can send more gain into it or less gain, which is pretty cool. And the thing I like about that is now that the send effect is here, if I go to my next channel, I can just go to send into room reverb and it sends it to there as well. So now that is also being affected by the room reverb. But if you want a different type of reverb or different type of delay or something like that, you need to put a new instance in here and do it that way. Or you can just create your own send effects and just route them yourself. Either way, go do it automatically or do it yourself. Doesn't matter. I like the fact that they do it automatically for you. It just saves you time in a button click or a couple. So yeah, that's pretty much it with it. Because the recording audio, editing audio, and how to get the basics of it. Like I said, I would definitely be going into more deeper tutorials in all these areas and giving you guys a little bit more here and there. Definitely will be doing that because that's the whole point of these tutorials, to give you guys the maximum effectiveness in Studio One. But right now, just kind of just the basics and getting you started so you guys can do what you do best, and that's create music. So hope you guys enjoy. Like always, y'all know who it is. It's your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different, not motivated by the money but the like, comment, subscribe, and views. And I do appreciate everybody who watch these videos and like these videos, and especially my Studio One people out there who've been asking for tutorials, because here you go, just for you guys, because you guys are just as important as the FL Studio people. FL gang for life, FL and Studio One gang for life. All day, every day. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoy like always. And guess what? I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.